Welcome to Bite Size Canvas. I'm Helen Graves, and today I'm going to show you how to avoid two distressing blunders when setting up content in Canvas. The first recommendation has to do with adding content to a Canvas page. Always best to use the Insert Content feature located at the right side of the page editor. Embedding this way creates a relative link to the item, whether it be an image, a page, or a file, which means when you import the course to next semester's shell, the link will automatically update to the same location in the newly created course shell. If you use another method, for example, copying and pasting the URL of a discussion to create your link, or adding an image using the embed image icon in the rich content editor, it tends to result in a broken link when you copy the course. The reason that happens is, in that case, the URL is a specific link that contains the original course's ID number. So when you import the page with the link on it into a new shell, it links back to the previous course. Here's a handy little trick. If you hover your mouse over a link, Canvas will display the URL at the bottom left of the page. By comparing the course ID numbers in the link and the page URL, you can see if the link is going within the same course or to another course. If it is linking to another course, you'll be able to see the image or click the link with no problem because you have access to both courses, but your students won't. They'll get an unauthorized pop-up or some other error message. Bummer. This is one of the reasons I recommend you always run the Validate Links tool right before you publish a course each semester. There's a whole other bite-sized episode on using the Validate Links tool if you want more info on it. The moral of the story? Always use the Insert Content feature when adding images or linking to a file or another area of the course. The second issue I want to share with you today is really more of an alert than a boo-boo to avoid. Maybe this has happened to you. Sometimes I'll go to a page in my course and the images aren't displaying even though they were working the last time I visited the page. I would re-embed the image and then a day or a week later the same thing would happen. It's kind of a hit or miss thing, but very frustrating. I finally decided to call the Canvas helpline about it. I love those guys and I call them all the time. They're very helpful. Anyhow, the lovely rep I spoke with, Ryan, said it's usually a browser issue. I was using Chrome, so he had me clear my browser cache and voila! The images were back. He also said you could log in using a different browser for the same result. So I tried logging into the course via Firefox and voila, the images were there as well. The moral of this story? It's possible the image isn't displaying because it was embedded incorrectly. But if you know you did the embed properly and it's still not displaying, try clearing your browser cache. If that doesn't work, I always recommend calling the oh-so-polite and supportive Canvas helpline people. Now you have it. 2 simple ways to ensure your content is properly aligning with A7 of the OEI course design rubric. That's it for now, my little friends. Until next time, this is Helen, wishing you a Canvalicious day.